Welcome to Ice and Snow's tour. As you can see, many Russians are not used to English language. If you can hear me, please let me know. Let's check the sound and let me know if you can see the picture. We have 2 minutes before the tour starts. I see that we have already many guests. I'm not sure I can welcome everyone, but I'll just adjust the picture for you. I'm more than happy to see all of you today. So let me show you this beautiful clock. As you can see, it's a little bit incorrect. So, but still, it shows it's the Russian time. You know, sometimes we are late, and that now you know the reason. So let me do some more manipulations with my gimbal. Think will get better. So now think. Hello, Louise, Faith, everyone. I'm really happy to see you today. So I'm at Gorky Park, and today I will tell you about this beautiful place. So some of you who joined me early, you're very lucky because you'll have a chance to see more of Moscow. And please let me know if you prefer to tour with me or not, if you've already joined some of my tours. So today we will get to see this gorgeous festival, Ice and Snow, and it's already in front of us. We have 70 beautiful statues, 70 beautiful ice and snow figures. And that's what I think, yeah, for many, I guess it will be your first time with me. So I'm really happy that you decided to join me today. I know there are so many things to do online and not online. So I hope it will be a beautiful experience for you and it will inspire you to learn more about this beautiful city and the Russian culture. Linda, Maria, Janice, Janita, everyone, Jonah, thank you very much for joining me today. We are going to start in 10 seconds. So I'll tell you about myself. As for many of you, it's your first tour with me. Then I'll also tell you about this tour, what are we going to explore today. And I'll also talk about Russian culture. And if you have any questions during this tour, please feel free to ask me. So hello again for being on time. My name is Tanya. I'm a professional tour guide, and I've been working as a tour guide for over 6 years. I do all types of tours. I show the highlights of the city, such as the Red Square, the Kremlin, the Moscow Metro, the most beautiful places. But I also show some hidden gems, and I'm a big fan of Russian culture, the Russian history, and I'm originally from Moscow, so I know the city really well, and it's always a pleasure for me to show this city to tourists and to my guests. So be my guest today, and I see there are more and more people joining us. So hello, welcome. So I'm right at the entrance of the festival. It's called Ice and Snow. You will see a lot of people today. We are at Gorky Park. So I'm going to tell you more about Gorky Park. And here is one of the first figures that we can see. This lady, she looks like a Russian snow maiden. So we have a Russian Santa Claus. He's called Grandpa Frost or Ded Moroz. So what are we going to do today? As you can see, there are quite many beautiful figures. So we will explore the most interesting ones. I'm going to show you the maximum I can. And I'll also talk about Russian culture, how these statues actually reflect the cultures, our culture. I'll talk about the park, and together we'll spend approximately 40 minutes if you'll decide to stay with me till the end. Well, it's winter in Russia, as you can see. So I'll do my best to stay as long as I can. So let's see. Honda is asking me a very interesting question. Are these lit up at night? Yes, they are. And that's why I'm going to organize a night tour next week. So if you will enjoy this experience next week, you're more than welcome to join me to see these beautiful figures at night. Moreover, what is also fantastic about this place and this festival, that they also have many master classes, workshops, shows, and there will be one day specifically, 23rd of February, when they will organize beautiful, beautiful performances and beautiful shows. So everything is in your hands. If you'll enjoy this tour and there will be the positive feedback, I will be more than happy to add new dates so we can see more of this place. Uh, it's an international festival, and we'll get to see works not only from Russia, but also from some other countries like Finland, Belarus. I want to start with the special zone. As you can see, this is a special zone, and most of you know the company that organized it. It's Disney Channel. Again, there are too many people today, so sometimes it may not be easy to take postcards, but I hope you will be able to take as many postcards as you can. By the way, in Russian, it's Disney, and I grew up watching Disney as a kid. I grew up in the 90s, so that's when Disney came to Russia. Here they have characters from Frozen, from Moana. Uh, but my favorite one is Mickey Mouse. You can see him here. Again, we can also do this tour in the evening, so it will be a completely different experience. What is also interesting to learn that, of course, it's a festival and it's a special event, so I won't be able to organize this tour uh, every day and every evening. Uh, and one of the challenges is winter. They are carved, yes, and over 50 ice artists worked to create to create these works. The average time to create one of the statues is approximately 2 weeks. For the most difficult ones and for the most beautiful ones, it takes over 2 weeks to create them. So, what is the challenge? What is the biggest challenge? Of course, it's weather. So, this year it was pretty cold in Russia. That's why we were able to have these figures, but actually today it's +1, so they've already started melting, and I really hope that the festival will be held till 28th of February. That's how it was announced. Yes, it's pretty warm for Russia. So let's take a look at some of the statues. This one is called the Firebird. And again, ice festivals are all around the world, but what is special about this one? Because it can tell you a lot about our culture, about Russia, and also multiculturalism in Russia, several regions. So this Firebird is a very common character in Russian fairy tales, and we'll get to see more of it. It's the symbol of luck for us. Another big symbol in Russia is Troika. Over there, you can see 3 horses, and this was really special for Russia. Uh, this was created in Russia for the fast ride, and the lady uh, over there is the Snow Queen, and we one of the popular activities in winter is ice shows. So we have many ice shows, and one of the popular ones is actually the Snow Queen. Troika is so big in our culture that even the Metro card has Troika. I'm going to show you this Troika. Troika. It's in Russian. And by the way, we have the most beautiful metro in the world. Well, no, it won't work this way. Maybe in the evening. So these statues were created by artists from 6 countries and from 26 Russian regions. Over there, we can see the name of the festival in Russian. It's called Снег и лед в Москве, in Moscow. And you can see that the festival was started on the 2nd of January and it will be till the 28th of February. It's the first tour I'm organizing with the Heygo. The first tour, I mean, the first ice and snow tour. So I hope I will be able to do more. Let's see how it will go with the weather. So as I said, it's also a place to learn more about Russian culture and regions in Russia. So this statue represents the region called Saha or Yakutia. Yakutia, it's the biggest region in Russia, and it's also the coldest in the world. One of the cities is actually so cold that it gets to minus 50 degrees Celsius in winter. I'm going to show you some statistics of how cold it can get in that region. And I will, so first of all, that's where you have the region, and that's the name in English, Saha or Yakutia. Um, then it's a bit challenging with the tablet, but I'm still trying to get to the picture. So here is people from Yakutia. As you can see, they do not look actually as the stereotypical image of Russia, of Russians. So today we'll get to learn. Yes, they look more Mongolian because, well, first of all, Russia was under Mongolian Empire for 240 years, and they're also regions that are close to Mongolia. So in Russia, we have nearly 200 ethnicities, and Yakuti is one of them. So here is the statistics. You can see in January, yeah, in some cities, it's the average. It's the average. So it can be even colder. The average is minus 48 in the city Verkhoyansk. Yakutsk, minus 36. Can you imagine? Uh, so you can take some more postcards. I hope you've already did. And let me show you another beautiful statue. It's the goldfish. And the goldfish uh, is the symbol of luck. So we have a popular fairy tale written by Alexander Pushkin, who is considered to be the greatest Russian writer. And Alexander Pushkin wrote one fairy tale about the goldfish that can realize your wishes, but you need to choose wisely. Another popular Slavic uh, character, it's the firebird. We've already seen another one, so here's one more, and I'm going to show you. It's So here is also one from the Russian fairy tales. It's usually the bird with golden and silver wings, from which a bright glow comes and her eyes sparkle. And here we can see the beautiful house, this phoenix. But yeah, in Russia it's not called. We also have the word for phoenix. We call it phoenix in Russian, but it's a different one. So if you'll go to Wikipedia, you will see that it's for the Slavic folklore. And as you can learn with Heygo, that many folklores, they're pretty similar, and especially in terms of the ideas behind it, in terms of the values. So this house, it's uh, called the Pryanичный house, and pryanik, it's a Russian ginger cookie. Helen, I'm happy that you're loving the sculptures. I read there is an area in Russia which is minus 64. Well, I haven't heard about this area. No, it's minus 50. And the coldest weather I've been to is minus 30, minus 35, and it's really difficult, especially if it's windy. Like in some places, you cannot even go outside if it's minus 15, but it's like super windy. It also depends on the humidity. So I really I can't imagine how people can survive even in minus 50. So what I read when I prepared my presentation about Russia specifically, again, I work in Moscow, so obviously I know more about Moscow, that it was minus 50 something, but not over 60. This man here represents a Russian bogatyr. Bogatyr, it's a Russian medieval soldier. It's another popular character in the Russian fairy tales. And he also, he's similar to a Russian grand prince. We call him Russian kniaz. Over there, you can see the throne. By the way, I will also mention the cities that created these works. We already know about Yakutsk, and then we had Sergei Posad. So this man, he's the character in the Finnish fairy tales. You can see that they are already melting. So we are actually lucky to do this tour. Margaret, if your screen went black, please everyone let me know if you can see the statues now. If everyone else, maybe you need to refresh the page because it's fine with everyone else, and it's showing me that the connection is 5 out of 5. So this statue is called The Beauty. Thank you everyone for the feedback. I hope you're enjoying the show. Yes. And let's see more of it. So it's not an annual festival, and it's organized by the Department of Moscow. And obviously, we will be happy if they'll decide to make it as the annual festival. Of course, it depends on the weather. So, Sarah, what's the temperature at the moment? I already mentioned it in the beginning of the tour. It's +1, which is really warm for Moscow. So this one is the team from St. Petersburg, and it's called the Eastern Fairy Tales. So we uh, can see not only ice sculptures, but also snow sculptures. And we have several snowmen. So there is another one. Uh, First of all, there's also a contest, so you can vote for your favorite sculpture on the website called The Active Citizen. So this one is actually created with by two teams from Finland and the city Tula. Tula is the city which is pretty close to Moscow. Uh, and the size of the snowman is approximately, so it's 6 meters. And this festival, I mean, it's pretty popular. You can see a lot of people around. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say that it's really well advertised because when I told about it to my friends, they were like, I don't know, I haven't heard about it. It just shows you that there is so many things to do in Moscow, so many activities. This one is called The Dance. So we can see the lady dancing. I will turn my camera so maybe you can do more pictures. Oh, look, that's what I told you. There are some also shows that you can enjoy, and there's this beautiful guy. So yesterday I came here in the evening around 8 to see if it will be possible to organize another tour in the evening. And there was actually the show that if you want I can post on our Facebook page. Uh, so as I said, we will get to see also the scene. So with this scene, you will be able also to see where they organize the shows. The Adam shot was too short. Next time, please give us a few seconds. Yes, I'm trying. Just if you need more time, please let me know. We can go back. So this one also represents the Russian bogatyr. It's a little bit difficult to do the portrait shows because of the earphones, but let me try one more time. The gimbal, so I have to just hold the phone. for it. So this man here represents the bogatir, and I'm going to show you. Yeah. So the unfortunately the gimbal no longer works after the portrait mode, so I have to restart it. Maybe it's because of the cold. So sometimes the equipment uh, doesn't work properly in the cold weathers, and maybe with like other tours with my colleagues in Canada and also in Russia, that in winter we have to charge out our phone till 100%. So that for me it's always 100%. Otherwise it won't. Otherwise it's, yeah, it's the gimbal, it's the phone, it's also my tablet. So I had situations when there was like 50%, and then in next moment it's zero. So let me show you the bogatirs. This is the most popular picture of the Russian bogatirs by Repin. It's too bright in here, you can see only me. So it's the picture of Russian bogatirs, and they're more like medieval soldiers. The gimbal has its own music personality. Music was from the Soviet movie. Yeah, I'm happy if you can see the music. Uh, it's about, yeah, the equipment in general, and sometimes, yes, by Vasnitsov. Thank you, Kami. Uh, that's what I say normally. It's also my gimbal is getting crazy because it needs some vodka. It's showing me that it needs vodka. It's showing me that it's from Russia. And often people ask me, like, it's a joke, obviously. And often tourists ask me, like the ones who come to Moscow, how do you survive? How do you survive? It's so cold. Then I tell them, like, you need to drink. You need to drink. So my personal advice: say, I drink tea. I drink a lot of tea, like 7 cups a day. But other Russians may tell you, like, drink vodka. So that's also advice that you can hear from Russians. This one is called Gothic, and it also it's the work that was created by the all the artists from the festival, so it doesn't represent any specific city. And now we'll get to see the biggest one in at this festival. Will the ice sculptures stay until Saturday, or will they melt at least? Dorley, thank you for your question. Unfortunately, I cannot predict future. I don't know. So it was announced that the festival will be till 28th of February. I read interviews. I read actually everything, every article about this festival. And unfortunately, in English, I found only 3 or 4, so there are not many. And we can help this festival to become more popular, and maybe next year it will become. So one of the artists said that we will be lucky if it will stay till 28th. So I hope, I'm always optimistic, Dorley, so I hope it will stay. So the forecast shows that the weather will be pretty much the same, but you never know. So if I'll see that they start melting, I will add more tours, and I will add more tours in the evening. So you or somebody else won't miss it. So there's another guy who works for the festival, and he says hi to you. Спасибо, Dorley wrote спасибо means thank you in Russian. So it was the biggest one, 6 meters, and it's called the Moscow's Christmas tree. So that's where we have the main scene, and there we have activities for kids. Again, today it's all around the day, especially on the weekend, but there are also special days. They schedule on the website. It's written over there, snow and ice. So snowman, as you can imagine, and there is a team that created something. By the way, this snowman, some of them were also created thanks to children. There was another festival happening during the winter time, during the Christmas and New Year holidays. And there was a competition among kids. So they were drawing snowman. And then they decided to use their drawings to create this beautiful snowman. And the best kids got presents. I guess something like candies. So isn't it lovely? We are at Pushkinskoye embankment. By the way, if you remember, I mentioned Alexander Pushkin, the fairy tale Goldfish, and that was it was written by Alexander Pushkin, and then Pushkin is pretty much everywhere. So here we can see Russian Santa Claus. He's called Grandpa Frost, and Snegurechka. It's a snow maiden, and they and over there. So this is a team of from Uzbekistan, so another country, Uzbekistan, and that is actually the snow, the symbol of the logo. Right? Yes, there is the illumination in the evening, and you can check the schedule of this tour. There is also another one that I organized in the evening. So I did this. Because the quality of the video during the day obviously is better. Yesterday, I came here to check specifically if it will be possible to organize in the evening. I did several tests, and yes, I will be happy to do another tour. So, this snowman was created by the team from Udmurtia. What's the snow large circle? Uh, it should be 3 meters. More details in day. Yes, I mean I think it's beautiful to see it during the day and during the night. Uh, so I hope. I mean, it's both of them are both of the experience can be beautiful and interesting to see. So this was created by the team from Udmurtia. Oh, they have another man who works for the festival, and if you come here, you will be able to take pictures. As I told you, here we can also learn about other regions in Russia. And if you follow Eurovision, you might know about Udmurtia and you might know about its region. So there was one band called Buranovsky Babushki. They came second on the Eurovision Song Contest, and it was from Udmurtia. So again, they would tell you that it's just another one. Former one, when you talked about Pushkin, maybe for pictures. So if you want me to go back for pictures, I can. I hope I stayed enough. By the way, if you're enjoying this tour, you can support me. It's a team supported tour. So everything I make and everything the company makes is thanks to you. That's how I'm able to do like special tours, because obviously I won't be able to run this tour all year round, so it will be only 1 or 2 tours. So what does it represent? The circle doesn't represent anything in specific, so it's just written snow and ice in Russian in the middle. I don't think we can see it in the middle. By the way, Dorley, so as I said, so here is the place for kids to play. So as I said, there's not much information also about the festival. The website is only in Russian. You can, I can share it with you in the group if you want. And as I said, all of the articles that I found in English, they were mainly about the pictures. And I can show you one of my posts that I did on my Facebook page. It's called Moscow City Secrets. So that's Moscow City Secrets, and I posted some pictures from the professional writers, from the professional photographers, and then you will be able to see some really good quality pictures to see more of the festival in Russian language. So I wrote also every article I found in the Russian language. I read the website. So the main information about it, it's the number of the countries, the number of the cities, the number of the festivals, for how long is the festival. So it's just one article. They didn't really write anything about the logo and meaning behind the logo. So with everything that I'm showing you and with the countries, so I'm showing you the maximum I can in the maximum I could find. Will translate it anywhere. Yes, you can do it. The Snow Festival. The website is mainly about the master classes, the activities, and the schedule. And there is a special, obviously, um, place written about Disney. Eileen and Honda, thank you very much for supporting the tour. I'm really happy to see your support. So here we can see another snowman, and this one is called the Venice, and it's organized by Team St. Petersburg in the collaboration with Team Italy. So we've already seen Moscow. We've already seen Russia, Uzbekistan, Finland, then Italy, and many actually Russian writers love Venice, and it is a very uh, popular place in uh, Russian literature. Over there, remember I told you about the snowmen that were created thanks to children. So here is an exhibition of this snowman. Over there, I'll show you again for those who missed the name of the festival in Russian. Snow and ice. So it will be снег и лед in the Russian language. And there we can see a couple. There was another festival, by the way, Snow and Ice in Luzhniki Stadium. In the Luzhniki Stadium, and it's a different one, and it's a different organizer. So this one is more like the dance, and it's organized by Team Belarus. Kami, thank you for your question. I've already mentioned it a few times, so I can show you again. From the 3rd of January till 28th of February. They actually started it. They didn't start it on the 2nd of January. It was started on 11 approximately, but still it's very impressive, and there were many celebrities, bloggers, actors who participated in it, and also it was in the real time, so you could come here to see the festival, to see the carving process, to talk with the artists, and again during this festival they have some special days when you can participate in the shows. Allow the pointed noses in ice, we have to use carrots if we get enough snow in the UK. Yeah, in Russia it's not the problem, and this year we had a lot of snow, which was a big problem with the traffic. So I'm going to show you more of it. Paula, a dark screen. It's showing me the connection is 5 out of 5. One more time, if everyone else is seeing this beautiful snowman with a carrot, please let me know. So Paula, probably it means that you need to refresh your screen. Hey, can you see the heart? Isn't it lovely? So this is another one. This is more of the works with kids. You can see they have a lot of creativity, and it wouldn't be easy for and can you imagine how amazing it is for kids to have their work presented at this big festival? And if they would know that there is someone from the States, from Canada, I don't know, tell me where are you from watching this? I think that would be very happy. This is a robot snowman. Again, when I was a kid, of course, we were all creating a snowman. So here is one snowman, and there is a snow and ice festival on the ground of UK. Yeah, so it is really big, and I hope that next year it might be even bigger. It was written also in the articles, and like I mean, you can see here there are many people around. I mean, usually it's not easy to come because it's cold most of the time. When it's minus 60, you're not really into walking around and coming to Gorky Park, to this place. But uh, then, I mean, these days you see people are dancing, you can hear music. Could you show the robot snowman again? Yes, I can show you the robot snowman again. Happy Valentine's in advance. I'll do the portrait. I'm sorry if my gimbal will go crazy, but I'm doing my best for you to take these beautiful pictures here. Apparently the gimbal will go crazy again because I have to hold my phone, but I hope you are taking as many postcards as you can. Yes, so again, sorry for the gimbal. It's too Russian, apparently. If there are any other statues you would like to see, please let me know. We will go till the end. As I said, we have 70 figures and over 50 artists work at this festival. And there is a beautiful snowman with accordion. It's a traditional Russian musical instrument. Let's take a look at that one. So about the place, Gorky Park. Maybe you've heard about Gorky Park. There was a movie in 1983. It was actually called Gorky Park. And if you know the band Scorpions, and I believe many of you have heard of the band Scorpions, they also mention here is Gorky Park. This is a movie. So if you know the band Scorpions, they mentioned Gorky Park in the song Any Park. It's actually the number one park in Russia. I would say it's also the number one park in Moscow. It's really, really big. So I thought about creating another tour where I would show you this park because there is so much to see, but because it's so big, it might be challenging. It's a very beautiful, popular place today, and it was renovated in 2011. And in 2011, it became the Winds of Change. Sorry for uh, mistake if I said the Wind of Change. What was the movie about? The movie I haven't watched this movie, uh, but you can easily find it on IMDb. It was about Russia and Russian spies, from what I recall. Sylvia, thank you very much for supporting this tour. So this is Team Sochi. If you remember, the Olympic Games in 2014 were in Sochi, and thanks to the Olympics, Sochi became one of the most popular places in Russia. So today, when we Russians go on vacation, Sochi is the number one place to go to, and it became actually a pretty expensive one for many Russians. And also, thank you for your support. As you can see, we are at the end. At the festival, if there were some sculptures that you enjoyed in particular, I can go back. Over there, we can also see the Ministry of Defense in Russia. It's also a beautiful building. Jackie, great film, worth watching. Yeah, thanks for sharing it with us. Mother is a murder investigated involving KGB and American businessman. Yes, yes. So that's what I recall. It's about the spies. But again, Gorky Park became, as you can see, it became a very symbolic place even in the Soviet times, and it was opened in 1928, and it was the first park of its kind. And even before, when Soviets came into power, and they came into power in 1917, that was the revolution. The announcement of the Soviet Union was in 1922. They still needed some time to create beautiful activities. Before, people didn't really have anything, and then Gorky Park became something absolutely big. Again, you can see that the snowman are already melting. There's nothing I can do about it, but I think we are really lucky that we can still enjoy the beauty of this festival. I missed the ice caravans at the beginning as another tour overran. Could we see them, please? Yes, let me see with the percentage. Yes, we can go. I'm not sure I can do this tour one more time all over again, but I'll do my best to show you as much as I can. This statue is called the Snow Lady, and it's the team of Petrozavodsk. Petrozavodsk, another city in Russia, and it's called Baba. Baba, it's like, already more like a peasant lady. Jonah, Judy, thank you very much for the tips. Helen, I'm more than happy to see that you are enjoying this tour, this experience. It's very important for me to see, and I really appreciate. As I said, it's very different from all of my experiences. Maybe some of you know that I do a lot of hidden gems, I do a lot of cultural experiences, but doing something that is for a short period of time, or then there is not much information about this place, was a bit challenging. And to see your feedback makes me really, really happy. So thank you very much. Uh, and as some of you asked, we'll go to see more ice statues. You can also tell me in the chat, what are you enjoying? Do you prefer the snowman or do you prefer the ice statues? Love the tour is something different. Enjoying this tour. Thank you, everyone. Barbara, thank you. Barbara Nelson, thank you for the tip. Kathy, thank you also very much. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We'll go to see the ice statues, but on the way I can also show you more of the Gorky Park. As you might know, thanks to some other tourists, that Moscow is lavishly decorated, and it's specifically, it's in fact, it's beautifully decorated during the winter holidays, and New Year is the number one holiday for us. So that's why it's just stunning. And you know, it's already over, it's February, but you can still see some beautiful decorations. And the reason why this park is organized, that's what they're saying on the official website in their articles, is that they want to extend the holidays, you know, especially during this time with the COVID and everything happening in the world. It's just so amazing to see that we can enjoy it. So let me see the comments. I think the ice will be brilliant it up at night. Yes, Jackie. So those of you who missed it, I will do this tour at night. So this way you will be able to compare it. And if you are not able to join, I can also post some videos on our group. So yesterday I came here. It looks amazing at night. I was just afraid that the video quality wouldn't be good. No, it was perfect. It was absolutely amazing. And I know there are many voyagers, many tourists from Canada who were expecting this tour. They asked me, some of them, they actually texted me, they asked me to do the evening one. And then I said, yes, of course, I would be happy to do it for you. Had seen ice sculptures before, but never the actual snowman sculptures. So like those best. Carolyn, thank you for telling me about this. I think the ice will be brilliant up at night. It is beautiful. I'm liking both, but these are the most impressive snowmen. Women, yes. And it's good actually that we do not only have men, but we also have women. And, you know, there's another lady, snowman lady, with the kid. And often I say that Russia is the country, it's a lot about females and strong females. And when we see motherland, motherland has the image of a woman, of a strong Russian lady. I'm liking both, but can you show those lead arches as walk back? Anya, I prefer to see the eye statues only if it's on the way. Darling, my name is Tanya. Yeah, we have another tour guide in Moscow. Her name is Anna or Anya. It's a bit confusing. My name is Tanya. It's just plus T. But I like these things, sculptures. I think it's enjoying you to join. So I'm going to show you more statues for those of you who missed them. And I'm going to show you some sculptures that we haven't seen. Which link do you want? So I'm not able to write anything in the comments right now, as I need to log in with another computer and don't have a computer, but I can do it in the group. It's easy to contact me on WhatsApp or just write it in the review, things that you would like me to share with you, and I would be happy to do. I saw the request about the lightings. What we can do is I'll show you more of the ice sculptures and some of them that we missed, and then we can see a bit more of Gorky Park. This will be a bonus for you since my phone is still working. Then, so this one is called the Hunters, and it's the team of Salihard. It's another region and another city in Russia. So I'm going to show you a bit more about this region. So Salihard, that's where it's located. Yeah, you can see Moscow and St. Petersburg. So, uh, and what is impressive that these regions, they're all very proud of their country. You can see that it's again, and they're not ethnically Russian, and we have nearly 200 ethnicities. So it's very beautiful to see the diversity of Russia. What's this? The dog eye sculpture. So again, these are called the Hunters, and the Hunters because it's still a part of the culture in Salihar. Same link for this one, just different date. You can go to Moscow tours, or you can write Tanya name on Moscow, ice and snow. I'm not again. If someone can share it in the group, that would be great. But it's also easy to find on Heygo. Just thanks to Moscow, just in Moscow tours. So under my tours, my name is Tanya Neyman. So we are seeing more Disney statues that I showed you, and there is the fire bird. What's the bridge? Um, the bridge is it's called Crimean Bridge, Krymsky Most in Russian. Wendy, thank you very much for sharing the link. So those of you who enjoyed this tour and want to see it at night, the festival is open from 9 a.m. in the morning till 9 p.m. So the latest time I can do the tour is 8 a.m. So I will do like the latest tour for you. And this one is also interesting. We haven't seen it before. So I'll tell you more about it, and then we can look at the Gorky Park. It's called Skamarokhi. Skamarokhi, they are like entertainers in Russia. They of course we love bears, and it would be it would be surprising not to see a bear on a Russian tour, right? But Skamarokhi, they were some kind of clowns, you can say. They were actors, musicians who were entertaining the audience. If you have your favorite statue, please let me know. I will be happy to see. Love the bear. Anita also shared. What time at night would you show the sculptures? So as I said, it's 8 a.m. See you. Thank you very much for the tip. So this was everything I wanted to share with you. I'm going to show you some more. If you want to stay, uh, you can stay, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you for joining me today. You can see the sky; it's already getting dark. So the goal behind the tour today, the day tour, was to show you the better quality picture, and it was also the latest. So the ones who are from the States, from Canada, would be able to join me today. I can add more dates. Again, it depends all on your feedback. Of course, if the tour is not successful, it would be a bit challenging to add more dates. So if I see that you enjoy the tour and there are many of you who are interested in another one in the evening, I will be again happy to do it again. Looks nice against the sky. It is, yes. And actually, it didn't look this way before. So you can already see how it's getting dark in Moscow. But actually, it's a sunny day. So we were actually lucky that it wasn't all gray because, well, that's one of the biggest challenges of living in Russia because it's always gray and gloomy. So there is another one, and it was Team Moscow. Yes, 2 night tour. Interested, a great tour. Would love to see the statues at night. Thank you very much for your feedback. If you enjoy the tour, uh, uh, I would be happy if you could write a review. I understood that you want to write it at night, so I will again. I've already did this tour, but we have what we have. As some of you ask me for the lightings, I will go through them. I'm not sure now it's blocked, so you can see there are guards. Um, so we can't. Yes, a night tour, please. So you can. Again, he would be happy to see your review, and your review will help me to organize the night tour. Of course, a good one. If there are some things that uh, you would like to improve, then you can also write me personally, or you can write it in the chat. Let's take a look at some beautiful views. Thank you guys for your comments. Oh, let me show you myself at the end. No, I cannot go there. It's blocked. So I'll just walk around. Thank you very much. You can see my face at the end. I usually don't show it that much because I show the beauty of Moscow. So I'll do another tour next week on Saturday at night. So I think it will be interesting for you to compare. And there is one more tour that I have next week. It's Izmailova Market tour. It's just a beautiful Izmailova Kremlin. Looks like a palace, a very colorful one. So very postcardable tour. So I will be happy to see all of you. And there are more tours to join. And if you're interested in some of them, you can subscribe. And when I see your interest, I will add a new date. Thank you everyone for your comments. Think about tipping, so please, she can do a night tour. Yes, Honda, thank you for the comment. And it's true. Yes, I. That's how I'm able to organize more tours, and that's how I'm able to do also some more tours that will be festivals. So it would be worth it. Uh, thank you again. Yes, so have a lovely evening. Sorry it took more time, but I try to do my best according to all of your requests. See you again. Have a lovely day and uh, all the best. Thank you very much, also, Chilean. Bye bye.